He is the author, and he makes decisions for our benefit. You mightn't see it right at the beginning, but it is for your benefit. Why he made you a Haitian, and why he made me a Bahamian. So we have to take care of the territory that God has placed us in on planet Earth. He sets the boundaries of nations. Now, you got some fellows who want to say, I want to take over them people over there. No, you can't do that. International law doesn't allow it. God's law doesn't allow it. So you got two laws, the law of God, and you got the law of man, international law. That's why you got these things set up, Bahamians. Everything has to be done according to law. Our nation is a nation of laws. Now, of course, today is Open Line Friday. Some exciting things are happening in the Bahamas. And there are a number of things I want to discuss with you. Of course, the prorogation of Parliament today, we'll discuss that. I'm sure a lot of you have comments on that. Now, the political campaign is heating up. It's going to get extremely hot. But we must exercise caution and restraint. Do not get overly heated because you have some people who disagree with your political views. In the Bahamas, we've always had a reputation for peaceful elections in the Bahamas, all the way back from 1729 right on up to now. Peaceful transition from one administration to the next. We don't want anything to disrupt that, Bahamians. Now, Bahamians can disagree with one another. We see that. And sometimes you might think they look like they want to fight. But there are some in our midst who want you to do that. And they carry cutlass, they carry guns, they carry knives, and they settle their matters violently. We do not. A genuine Bahamian doesn't behave like that. I already told you, if they're not behaving like me, they're not no Bahamian. What kind of Bahamian you think you is? Bahamians know how to behave. I've had to tolerate a lot of people who say different things, and I know they're not constitutionally sound. The Constitution didn't say they have to be constitutionally sound. They can express an opinion, and I did. That just like yesterday, if you listened to the show yesterday, caller called in and expressed their views. And as the host, you have to listen to what they are saying. They're not supposed to call to try to please the host of the show. I don't want them to do that. I want to express as they see fit. And if you feel that is your view, fine. Now, when it comes to being constitutional, yes or no, now I can have the last say on that. I can tell you that right off the top. Because I know the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Bahamas better than most. Not boasting when I say that. The evidence there to prove it. Tape after tape after tape after tape, show after show after show. Right there. You can go and check it out for yourself. No one has been able to refute anything that I say when it comes to this Constitution. Not a living soul. From the very first day I started out, and that was a good while back, many years back, I do my homework by all Bahamians. So when I say anything about the Constitution, I want to be accurately and precise. But a lot of you don't know the Constitution. You can't correct your government. You cannot correct your representative. You should be able to do so, say, Mr. Representative, that's foolishness, that's nonsense, stop that crap. But you hadn't been able to do it. Why? Because you don't know the document yourself. They don't know it, you don't know it. So we got a double whammy right there. The country stays in a quagmire. You must be able to tell the government of the Bahamas when they're going wrong. You also compliment them if they do what is right. But when laws are passed and the majority of the people in this country do not benefit, those laws are wicked. We have to insist that they be changed. But a lot of you don't do that. You just sit around, grumble, and complain. I'm not going to sit around grumbling. I can tell them right to the teeth. That is a wicked law. Get rid of it and let our people live. Let them benefit. We got thousands and tens of thousands of Bahamians who want a better country. We have to make sure they have it, Bahamians. I working for that, you know. I want them to get as young as I am. Because I ain't going nowhere. I'm here till the man come back. I told some nurses that over by the house today. And they'd come to check on my brother. I told them now, see, I got to go out now. I got to get to the show, 2 o'clock. And Bahamians, if you don't have faith in God, you can get left behind. You have to believe what the man tell you. If God says something in that holy book, you better believe what's in that holy book. Don't listen to them other fellas talking crap. Because you're going to go down the tube. They cannot heal you when you are sick. They can't raise you from the dead. They cannot give you every breath of air that you breathe. God can do all of that and more. So you're going to listen to. When he woke you up this morning, that's the one who woke you up. Open your eyes, see. The first thing you did was run to your phone. You ain't got down and pray and ask God and thank God for another day. How y'all get like that? Nothing wrong with checking your phone now. Don't misunderstand me. At least tell the man, thank you for another day. You don't do that. Then he gives you every single breath of air that you breathe every single day from the time you were born right on up to now. And he charge you 1 cent for it. But these fellas around here, they're trying to squeeze every dollar out of you. It's just wrong. Let the masses live. And we have to make sure, Bahamians, that the laws that are passed in that parliament, well, the man say he prorogued it, so everything stopped. We're going to play the tape on that later. But the thing is that we must always examine what a parliament does, what a cabinet does, what an MP does. A lot of you don't do that. So we cannot get no change if you don't make the effort to bring change. I expect it to happen. All you're doing grumbling in that corner over there, talking with your little secret talk. Bring it out, put it on the air. I tell people things I discuss on air. Don't talk to me about that privately. Talk to me on air about it. Let them hear what I say and let them hear what you say. Don't call me aside, say I got something to tell you. No, I ain't interested in that. What I say publicly must be answered. So do we have a break? Or we have a caller? Oh, clip. Okay, just give me a minute, producer. Mr. Producer got one tape clip for me. This is going to be the Prime Minister when we play the clip. But just give me a second, Mr. Producer. The point is, we ought to listen to our leaders when they speak. Either they're being honest and upfront with us or they're not. That's why I got to listen carefully what they say. Then analyze it. You don't say, add anything. You don't take anything away. Of course, when people hear things, they get different views in their head. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. People look at things from different angles. Nothing wrong with that, Bahamian. I'm looking at the car. You're looking at it from the front. So I get a different view. The fellow looking at it from the back, he gets a different view. The fellow looking from the roof, he gets a different view. But it's the same car. So you got to understand, people listen to things. When they look at things, they see things differently. Now, some say with the Constitution, well, the Constitution allows for that. There's nothing wrong with that. But even though they may have a view, Is that constitutionally sound? Yes or no? 99% plus of the time it is not. Because they don't understand. Now, we can't keep the people like that now. Bahamians, you need to be strong as citizens of this country, that you can help the people you send to do national affairs. Don't leave it up to them. They're not the fountain of all knowledge and all truth. They're far from it. But make wise decisions. This time you're going to make it wise, because I'm going to advise you and help you to make sure when we go through this process, with this election, you will make the right decisions in choosing persons to send to do your national affairs in the House of Assembly, in the Senate, in the Parliament, and so on. Mr. Bruce is going to play this clip from the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. We're going to hear him first, and then we got some other clips we will add. The lines are open today now. Don't forget, this is Open Line Friday. Anything you want to talk about, except anything that's personal, don't bring that on the radio. And do not attack anyone's character. Do not call and say, well, you were talking about what that person say and you disagree with that, etc., etc. That individual has a right to express their view. Because suppose you got to listen to that. That's part of the job. I can't tell the man he can't express his view. That would be unconstitutional. You know I don't like nothing with unconstitutional. You know that. Constitution says freedom to impart, and you people don't use this, you know. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. How y'all get like this? Freedom to impart ideas and opinions without interference. That's locked into your Constitution. You don't use it. And I get upset with you when you don't. And it says without interference. Nobody's supposed to interfere with that. You understand how powerful that is? There's some other powerful things in the document, but you don't use it. I get upset when y'all don't use it. Not only the host should use it, I ain't even using 5% of my constitutional freedoms. I'm trying to get beyond 5%. But it's difficult just keeping it at 5% because some of you just don't understand. It's important that you understand Bahamians and understand quickly. We can't waste time while the country sinks. We can't waste time like that. We got to save it. And you got to help your elected personalities, your appointed personalities, to run the country properly. Now, let me stop because my producer got this tape ready. We're going to listen to the Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Brave Davis. Go ahead, Mr. Producer.
I met Her Excellency, the Governor General, and advised that in accordance with Article 66(1) of our Constitution, Parliament be prorogued as of today, Friday, the 27th of March, 2026. That proclamation has now been issued and should now be in the possession of the Commissioner of Police. Proroguing Parliament means the legislative session has come to an end. Proroguing is a routine step in our constitutional system, but it is not the same as dissolving Parliament. When Parliament is dissolved, the law requires that registration of voters ends and we move to a general election. I have not advised the dissolution of Parliament yet, but I'm very close to ringing that bell. I want every Bahamian to know, by the time you hear that bell ring, if you're not registered, you will not be eligible to vote.
What the Prime Minister just said. I wonder if Bahamians listen carefully to what he said. Notice how he started off, according to the Constitution. Wouldn't it be nice if you get the governor of the Bahamas to always go according to the Constitution? What he said is correct. I'm not knocking anything that he said. But wouldn't it be nice, Bahamians, that the government of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas will always act according to the Constitution? Wouldn't that be better for us? Does the government always act according to the Constitution? The answer is no, they don't. Now, he has a responsibility to do. The Governor General has a responsibility to do. I can appreciate that. But wouldn't it be nice, Bahamians? See, I just listen carefully to what these people say, you know. Wouldn't it be nice that the government of the Bahamas will always go according to the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas? We'll have a much better country, Bahamians. How come the government can act responsibly on some issues of the Constitution and at other times they get lost? How come? How come, Bahamians? You seem to know this part very well, huh? What about other sections of the Constitution? Where the Constitution says no man, woman, or child shall ever have their lives frustrated by deprivation. What about that section of the Constitution? That came into effect July the 10th, 1973. Have you ever been frustrated since July the 10th, 1973? Because the man tells me, no man, woman, or child shall ever have their lives frustrated by being deprived of things that they ought to have. So how come we can't get up out straight? That's why you see a fellow like Professor, he listens carefully. I'm not saying the Prime Minister was wrong in what he said. He's correct in everything what he said back then, or just announced about the proroguing of the House. I ain't got no problem with that. But I am saying, wouldn't it be nice if the government of the Bahamas always followed the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas? What a better country we will have. How come they get lost on some things? Huh? How come, Bahamians? See, these are the kind of questions we need to ask ourselves. You see how important for you to know this document so you could help them to say, no, 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 no. It says no man, no woman, no child shall ever have their lives frustrated. You know the frustration we had since July the 10th, 1973? I know I've been frustrated. That's unconstitutional, Bahamians. Being deprived, unconstitutional. Let's see if we can get those things straightened out. So when you come quoting this document and you say what it's saying and give you power to do certain things, fine. I got no problem with that. What about these other sections that talk about people being frustrated, Bahamians? I've been frustrated. Ongoing frustration right here, right now. You think I like that? No, I don't. And you also being frustrated, but you keep your mouth pinned up. You're talking foolishness and nonsense. Come on, Bahamians. The same way you could talk about proroguing a parliament. Fine, no problem. Well, let's get this part straight too. You have a call, Mr. Producer, or you got another take? My producer pushing these clips. Producer, give him a second. Because see, I need to emphasize these things, you know. Bahamians need to understand when the government of the Bahamas refers to the Constitution, fine. But we got to apply all the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I want him to deal with this one. It talks about no man, woman, or child shall ever have their lives frustrated. They got plenty of frustration in this place, man. Let's fix that, Bahamians. Anyhow, let me stop. I produce. This got all these tapes. He was late. Bahamians, I got to comment on these things. You know, you think I can just let it slide just like that? Not Professor Sidney Walter Thompson. No, sir. I just don't read lightly over this document. This is the most valuable document in the nation, apart from the Holy Bible now. The Holy Bible is primary. Then the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Bahamas. So now they can do with the proroguing it out. That then finish. All the sessions come to a stop. Now, how much they did, well, that's another thing again. You could determine what you felt was done. It's less than 5 years, Bahamians. And We go into election. Last election was held I think, September the 16th, if I'm not mistaken. So we got another 6 months out. 6 months, Bahamians. So what they can do with that 6 months? But it did say at any time they could do this, that's in the Constitution. So they're not wrong for doing what they did. But let's look at some other things that are hurting us. When the Constitution says, no, you ought not to do that. We got to get those things corrected, Bahamians, and you need to know what they are so you can tell the governor of the Bahamas, listen, we need to correct this foolishness, this nonsense, this crap. He's going to play another tape. I think the Commissioner of Police, if I'm not mistaken. Now listen to what the woman say. Okay? Listen carefully what she's saying. See, I just listen very carefully when they talk about quoting the Constitution. Okay? Because, Bahamians, this is serious. Our lives are being affected by these very people who are in these different offices. Don't take nothing lightly. You don't read over the words of the Constitution lightly and say, oh, that's what they say. I just go with that. No. You analyze every single thing that they say. Is it right or is it wrong? Is it good or is it evil? Go ahead, Mr. Producer, Chief Commissioner of Police.
By Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Dame Cynthia A. Pratt, Order of the Nation, Dame Grand Cross of the Most Distinguished Order of St. Michael and St. George, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. Proclamation. Whereas Article 66, subsection 1 of the Constitution provides that the Governor General, acting in accordance with the advice of the Prime Minister, may at any time by proclamation prorogue Parliament. Now, therefore, I, Dame Cynthia A. Pratt, Governor General of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, acting in accordance with the advice of the Prime Minister, do hereby prorogue Parliament from Friday, the 27th day of March, 2026. Given under my hand and the public seal of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas at Government House in the city of Nassau, this 27th day of March in the year of our Lord 2026, and in the 4th year of His Majesty's reign.
I hope you heard what the Commissioner of Police said. That's the Provost Marshal, by the way, who would read these proclamations. First, the Prime Minister advises who? The Governor General. The Governor General does what? Acting on the advice of the Prime Minister. And notice that little clause in there, may at any time. A lot of you miss these things, And of course, a lot of people speculate. So it isn't wrong for him to advise the Governor General, because it says may at any time. It doesn't have to wait for September or August or whatever. It's in the mind of who? The Prime Minister. But he would advise, or she, if she's a she there, would advise who? The Governor General. And the Governor General acts on who? The advice of the Prime Minister. Now, there's some things the Governor General could do under this Constitution. And the Constitution is clear on what those things are the Governor General could do. But in a lot of things, you find that the Governor General would act on the advice of the Prime Minister. That's what your Constitution says. Now, you have to work with that. And that's fine. I ain't got no problem with it. But maybe some things, we have to look carefully at this document. Maybe some things need to change. And that's open for discussion with Bahamian people. So I don't want you grumbling and complaining about this, that, and the next thing. You have to know what the document says. Now, you complain about that one with this frustration. No man, woman, or child should have their lives frustrated by deprivation. That needs to be fixed. That's unconstitutional. But what the commissioner said, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. She's just reading the proclamation issued to her by the Governor General, which came from the Prime Minister. See how this line chain go? Prime Minister, Governor General, to the Provost Marshal, Commissioner of Police. Commissioner of Police has certain powers. And the Office of Commissioner is an independent office. Because the commissioner may have to lock up some of them people, you know. May have to lock up the Prime Minister, may have to lock up the Governor General, may have to lock up the Attorney General. And sometimes I believe some people do not fully understand their constitutional authority. And they bowing and shanking and doing foolishness and nonsense. But we got to fix it, Bahamians. Anyhow, let me stop. This is Professor. See, this is my situation when I speak about the Constitution. I could go on till Christ come back. Because I got to explain these things to you, Bahamians. I don't want you to be living in darkness. You got to come into the light. This is Professor Sidney McArthur Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network, 99.5 FM. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
March is Kidney Health Month. Did you know that kidney disease is a silent threat affecting thousands of Bahamians? Many people don't realize they have kidney disease until it's too late. But the good news is early detection and a healthy lifestyle can help prevent kidney disease and improve overall well-being. Join Global 99.5 FM this March as we team up to bring you vital information on kidney health. Tune in for expert discussions, personal stories, and tips on how to keep your kidneys functioning at their best. Here's what you can do to protect your kidney health. Drink plenty of water and maintain a balanced diet. Control your blood pressure and blood sugar levels. Exercise regularly and avoid excessive salt and processed foods. Get regular kidney screenings, especially if you have a family history of kidney disease. Your health is your wealth. Don't wait until it's too late. Stay informed. Stay healthy. This public service announcement is brought to you by Global 99.5 FM, keeping our community informed and healthy.
Do you have video games and consoles for sale? What about lawn and garden tools, silver or gold? At Cash Whiz, they'll give you top dollar for them right now. Absolutely nobody puts money in your pockets quicker. So why be broke? If you need money right now, check out Cash Whiz downtown Bay Street and get cash on the spot. You can also save 70% on in-store purchases, tools, electronics, watches, and jewelry, all at unbelievable prices. Cash Whiz, telephone 322-2456. Get money in your pockets now.
Stay current, stay compliant with NIB. For a limited time only, registered employers and self-employed persons can receive up to 75% off accumulated interest on their contribution arrears through NIB's Interest Arrears Waiver Program, available now until March 31st, 2026. If your business is behind, visit your nearest NIB office or contact your inspector today. NIB, supporting businesses, securing the fund. Act now, comply today, grow tomorrow.
Whether it's a special anniversary or your next big getaway, we are the best choice. We carry the quality you deserve when you're looking for handbags, shoes, belts, small leather goods, backpacks, or luggage. Experience quality you can feel with Land, Rioni, Kipling, Guess, Travelite, and more. Visit us at any of our 3 locations: Brass and Leather at the mall at Marathon and downtown on Charlotte Street, and the luggage store on East Avenue in Centerville. Shop with us today. You will not regret it.
Wise Bahamian shoppers know when times are hard and things are tough, it's more sensible and convenient to shop at YCares Fashion Center. YCares has slash prices on brand name clothing and shoes by up to 50%, including academics, Clarks, Polo, and hundreds of jeans and techie pants. And as much as 70% on selected items. Choose from a large selection of beds, sheets, rugs, and towels, all at affordable prices. YCares has 3 locations to serve you: Bahama Avenue, Prince Charles, and East Street South near the Sir Charles Hotel. YCares, where you can afford to look good.
From South Beach to Bay Street.
I'm pleased, I really dig your company.
It's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney MacArthur Walter Thompson on Open Line Friday on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. I'm enjoying this week, I like being here at Global Radio 99.5 FM. And I tell you, I can stay here till Christ come back. Y'all don't believe that. You stay right there. The point is, Bahamians, we have to get it right. And we cannot be deceived and stay in deception and expect to get things right. It don't work that way. You have to change it, Bahamians. And I'm trying to help you now. You got to choose the right persons this time. You ain't gonna mess up on this election. I am going to go out of my way to help you using the Holy Bible, one, and the Constitution of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, and you will make the right decision in your particular constituency. Now, let me add this before I bring my guest on. You are going to find that there are some crappy people who will be running or say they want to run in the next general election. Just like the last one. You see all them people who show up, say, God, tell them this, God, tell them that. And then they go right into the deep darkness for almost 5 years. And they never came to apologize to you and say, you know something, I made a mistake. I lied to you. I deceived you. I misled you. But they can still show up again. And perhaps some new ones will show up. That's being deceitful behavior. That's not a good thing. We need people who are going to be honest and truthful and reliable and dependable and responsible. That's why God says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. I'm coming right there, Mr. Producer. Just hold on a minute. When the righteous, and that means you got to have righteous people running things, okay? Even appointed ones must be righteous. Don't give nothing to no wicked people. Because he said, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So two things you must understand. One, don't elect no wicked people. Because God said you're going to mourn if you do. Listen to what God says, Proverbs 29:2. If you elect righteous people, you'll be rejoicing until you come back. He said that you'll be happy, you'll be rejoicing. I want to rejoice, Bahamians. I don't want to be mourning and complaining and crying. I want to live happily till the man come back. And after that, I'll go on forever. The point is, Bahamians, we got to get serious about governance. Didn't the Bible tell you the government will be upon the shoulders of Christ? But this is on the shoulders of the Prime Minister. We respect that. He is the leader of the country. No problem with that. Now, how long he'll have it, that's a different kettle of fish altogether. But the point is that's where he is now, so he can act responsibly in that governance. Everything points to him. Okay? And we have to respect the man while he's in the office. We could disagree with him now, because he may not be constitutionally sound. So what you can do? You can say he's constitutionally sound when he's not. I will know every time if he's constitutionally sound. You ought to know too. So how come you ain't know? It is your responsibility. Because see, God says, I can bring my guest on right now. God, I can tape for it, then I can bring my guest on. Oh, you got a caller? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, caller. Let me make this point here. Anyhow, let me let the caller come on, because there's so many things in my head, man. Come on. Caller, you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Good day, Professor.
Hey, what you say, man?
Yeah, I agree with you. What you say, you can't elect these wicked people, but you know they say this, the fish walk from the head, right?
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, that's true.
And reliable source, because you know my cousins them in Sansal, and they had that from reliable source who was president Sansal and Romkey yesterday. When they say they had the opening of the clinics in that constituency
Yes.
where the head of the governing body has been the representative for more than 20 years. But they had the opening on camera under the tent. And the reason for that is they can't show nothing inside them clinics because them clinics ain't ready. They ain't ready.
So you didn't see any pictures of the clinics?
Say that again?
You didn't see any pictures of the clinics? They didn't show the inside the clinics?
Yeah, they can't show nothing in the clinics. The clinics ain't ready, and they ain't got no supplies. They ain't got no equipment. They just ain't ready. You see, they done prorogued the house.
But ain't nothing could happen
the
now.
house today, right?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Nothing could be said in Parliament.
No.
Now you want to go to election, and it's a shame. It's
Okay.
it's like sort of treasonous to be lying to the people, and for us, the voters, basically in the capital, because most of the voters here to think that they have opened these clinics, but ain't nothing in them clinics. That's
Okay, now the clinics
trickery.
are where? Where the clinic that you're talking about now? The clinic's supposed to be where?
And that's a shame on the government and a shame on the Minister of Health,
Okay.
Dr. Doolittle Dowell.
No.
So,
No. Call it,
we
don't.
can't-
Call it, don't.
We
Don't.
can't be.
Yeah, but call it. Slow down, man. Don't use that phrase right up in there. Dr. Dowell, or Minister Dowell. It's better to do that. Do not denigrate your leaders, even though you might disagree.
just
I
don't
understand
want
what
to
you're trying to say, but let's
Yeah,
not
don't-
use
don't
that
be deceived.
terminology. Huh?
Yeah, you have a nice day.
Yeah, okay. Let me just say that I'm trying to get the caller to understand. Don't use a terminology like that against the minister of health. You might disagree, fine. I don't have a problem with that. But don't try to use a terminology that. Okay, you could say Dr. Dowell, fine. And if you disagree with what he's saying, fine. But we don't want to belittle. See, I try to get people to understand. See, I disagree with the Prime Minister too, But I'm not going to belittle him and use the terminology that is not appropriate when it comes to talking about the Prime Minister. Same thing with the Ministers of Health. Same thing with others in the Cabinet. Even the Attorney General. Okay? And you've heard my remarks on air. They're for public information. You go and read them for yourself. Yeah, say, yes, Professor said. And they ain't backing down from it either. It's just as simple as that. But don't try to belittle your leaders' behaviors. I know the election season is on. People get hot. I get hot too myself, So I'm human just like everybody else. But we have to, give them the respect that is due to them. And that's what they ought to have. Now, I believe my producer has, Mr. Producer, you have the tape ready, right? Okay, go ahead, Mr. Producer. Oh, he's not in yet. Oh, Mr. Producer. Oh, I thought you were. My producer's going to get the tape ready. And
he's getting it together.
Okay. So I'll just continue talking. What I'm trying to say, callers, I know the election season can get very hot, okay? So be careful that you do not belittle or speak in a disparaging way against those who hold authority in the country. You can respectfully disagree with them. And you people know I just disagree with some of the things they do. They ain't constitutionally sound. I tell you that. I let them prove that they are. If you're not constitutionally sound Bahamians, I can say it the way it is. I challenge anyone to say where Professor Thompson is wrong. See, I've been doing this for years, Not a living soul. You go and check all the tapes I've done on this Constitution. Every single one of them. Not a living soul has been able to refute anything out of the mouth of Professor Sidney Walter Thompson. That doesn't mean he's perfect, I just know how to do my homework. Because I can get information as I had gotten, and I had to apologize to Bahamian people, in relation to some information I relayed as being reliable. I came back and I apologized to Bahamian people, saying, no, that one was wrong. I got it. I was under the impression that the source is credible in a lot of instances, but the information that the source had at that time was incorrect. And I don't think they deliberately and intentionally tried to mislead anybody, but just that the information was all incorrect. And I came back and I told the audience that, that was wrong, man. Got to correct that. So you know where I stand. Now we have my special guest, Brother Hyler. Brother Hyler, welcome to Global Radio 99.5 FM.
Hey, Professor. So, and the seat is not quite as hard as the seat that you sit in, but Professor,
Right.
the House has been prorogued.
Yeah.
And like I always say, the less I say, the longer I live. So I don't mind sitting. Professor, when we take a look at what Bahamians are experiencing and the choices that we have,
Yes.
one of my constant thoughts, Professor, I believe the Bahamian public needs to ask themselves why it is that when we have the most serious matters that rise to the surface,
Yes.
the Bahamians that try to fix that problem, or they call it whistleblowing in some cases,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
When the professional, we could even say expert, but when
Yes.
the Bahamian that is well experienced, been in the trenches for many years,
Yes.
when they come forward to address the matter,
Yes.
their hands are tied when they come to make things better for the Bahamian people.
Who does be tying their hands now?
Professor, I won't live long like you, you know.
I don't blame you.
Why you won't be the only one to live long? Professor, I'm not afraid to say. I'm not afraid to say. And we need more courageous people to come forward.
But that's what I want to see happen. Ain't nobody got my hands tied.
And the tongue ain't tied.
My tongue ain't get tied either. I will remain constitutionally sound all the time. And the record is there to speak for itself for years.
Professor,
and not one, hold on, Brother not one living soul has been able to say, Professor, you're talking crap when it comes to the Constitution. Not a living soul has been able to refute anything that I've said when it comes to this Constitution of the Commonwealth. The record is there to speak for itself.
Understood. That being said, Professor, we are still at a decline.
Yes, we are.
As a society.
Yes, we are.
The Bahamian society is at a decline.
Yes.
When we take a look at it from week to week, from month to month.
Yes.
We look at health care.
Yes.
We are at a decline. It's not getting better in healthcare.
Yes.
That's the last report that we have right now is that, as a matter of fact, things are getting worse.
Yes, they are.
Persons are leaving the country from the healthcare sector, doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals.
Yes.
So we have an environment, while we are selecting who it is going to lead us, we need to ask the question, because they call it legacy issues, right? Legacy problems.
Yeah.
Been there for a long time.
Too long.
And here it is, we going towards another general election.
Yes.
And very little debate, very little debate, very little plans coming forward from the candidates. We often hear,
you're correct.
We hear from the heads now. We hear plenty from the heads.
Yeah.
We hear a lot from the heads and the immediate deputy, leaders,
right.
So we hear from the top.
Right.
But we don't hear from the rest of the team.
Yes.
What change they propose to bring.
Right. In that particular area.
On a national level. I'm not talking about a news story. I'm talking about sitting down, having a conversation. And I do believe that there has been some conversations taking place recently on the radios. But look, when you ring the bell and then you come to talk, we needed to. You can't get that. That's like going into a marriage and you don't really know the person.
You don't know the person. No, you don't. You really don't.
No, the bell just rang. We don't really know you that good.
So the marriage is about to happen.
Man,
come on. Please.
All the wedding dress coming out, all the jewelry coming out, the gifts.
The gifts.
You have the bridal registry going on.
Isn't that something?
The clothes. Man, you sunglasses, the show, the clothes, the shoes.
All kind of things.
Everything fancy.
Yes.
But it doesn't reflect what the average Bahamian is experiencing.
Now, this is where I say to people all the time, you're not organized on the ground. Okay? The masses of the Bahamian people are not organized on the ground. Now, there's some who could refute this. Fine. I ain't got no problem with that, because this is the discussion we're having. I do not see hardcore evidence. And I know about ground campaigning. You can't tell me no crap about that. There is no hardcore evidence, as far as I can see, that there's a groundswell movement for real, genuine change in the governance of this country. I don't see it. Now, if you people out there know it better than me, well, fine, I ain't got no problem with that, but I ain't seen none. I've heard some voices. I've heard some people say some things on there. Fine. You know, I told them July of 2024. You think I forget it? July the 8th, 2024. I gave them an outline. They said, Professor, what can we do? Not one single constituency took up the offer. Not a single one. You mean to tell me we ain't got no righteous people in these constituencies? Are you telling me I am the only one who know where the righteous people are and you don't know? You can't be serious. You can't be serious about any change. Not in this country. I said, get to know the people on your street. Have you done that yet? It's more than 2 years now. I said, let's work on one major constituency problem in that constituency. We can solve that in 18 months, a year and a half. Not a single one of them was man or woman enough to say, Professor, I'll take you up on the challenge. Now, all we got is bogged down problems more now than ever before. That's more than 2 years ago. You think hold on, Mr. Island. I can't let the people forget this. Because I know what I said. And they can go back and listen to 10 years ago. Because they say, Professor, what can we do? I said, okay, let me give you a suggestion then. Because if we were able to solve one major constituency problem in each particular constituency with the cooperation of the constituents, with the righteous people in those constituencies, we'd be making progress. And you help the person who has been elected as the representative of that. You don't work against them. The people say they want that one. Fine. I said, let's work with the man then. But let's get the problem solved. But you all don't want to do that. You all rather row and carry on and say, well, when my party get in and all this kind of crap, while we keep suffering. And some other people are getting rich. We out here catching hell. You don't do nothing. You sit on your backside and you do nothing for more than 2 years. You think I just forget what I say? I don't forget nothing. Because I know what I'm saying. I say, give me 18 months. That's all I need. 18 months. One. And now you pick the major constituency problem that you have in your particular constituency. Not one has taken me up on the offer. Not one constituency. You think I just forget it? I don't forget nothing. Not when it comes to things like that. Because it was a challenge for you to do something about it. And you did absolutely nothing. Not a man say prorogue the house. Go ahead, Brother Hyde.
Yeah, what I was going to say, my mind move on to something else, but I'll mention these two things.
Yeah, okay.
What I was going to say, Professor, is like how you put the challenge out. We are not very critical of those that are managing our affairs until either our back against the wall, or like my grandmother used to say, the mouth dry. Your mouth dry. And when I say mouth dry, Professor,
yes,
we have a proroguing of the House, but we don't know if the matters have been resolved, like the teachers, like the Electrical Workers Union, Police Staff Association. We have any number of issues, Professor. We talking about over the last few days.
Yes.
Nurses, all of these matters unresolved. We have no report that these matters have all been resolved.
I agree with that.
But now we're looking at, well, the parliamentary session has now been ended.
Yeah. Oh, I got to hear it from parliamentary
You know,
commissioner.
checks. Not from the last session. If the checks haven't already been written,
The man say all business shut down.
okay then.
So you got to understand I keep telling them, listen to what the man say, man.
But what if he owe me money?
Well, then you can't get it no more. All business stops. Mr. Bruce, I think you need to play that tape again because sometimes people can't understand.
Boy.
Listen to what the man say. No more sessions. Bing. Stop today, March 27th.
That's it.
Anyhow, Mr. Producer, you have the tape ready on the parliament.
Getting it together.
Getting it together. Okay, Mr. Producer, let me know when
We
it's
need
ready.
to have the parliamentary registrar on again. You spoke to him a while back. I'm sure he's going to be busy over the next few days.
Yes, he would be.
But sometime either next week or the following week, Professor.
Yes.
Just to bring clarity too, for those listening, the House has been prorogued, but you can still register if you are not registered.
Now, make them to understand what the
Yeah.
proroguing mean now, because that fella in the town who got them 6 boys, he don't understand that. Make that clear.
Yeah, the proroguing of the House simply ends the parliamentary session. So the business of the cabinet is finished until a new parliament is established. But that does not mean, as Prime Minister Davis explained, the House is not dissolved.
That is true.
It's not dissolved. So even though they're not doing their business, the parliamentary registrar who manages the elections and who handles all of the registration of voters and everything, if he had dissolved the House, that means
That would stop.
their work would stop also.
Right, yeah.
But now you can still go out and register. If you're not registered, you can transfer if you've not transferred from where you used to vote to where you live right now.
Now, that part of the business, the parliamentary commission, that's different from the members of the House itself.
Definitely.
Because there ain't nothing happening with them now.
No.
The man say everything stopped.
Yeah, everything stopped.
So what you didn't get as of yesterday, I guess, ain't nothing happening for you.
So what about the deal in Grand Bahama with the power company?
The man say everything stopped.
But they say they're in the process of purchasing.
But that's what the man tell me too. But everything stops. Ain't no more meeting on nothing.
So they ain't gonna buy the power company no more.
Well, I ain't quite sure about that. But it's a good, but Harley, it's a good question.
It's right in the middle.
That's what I'm saying.
What about the Grand Lucayan?
The Grand Lucaia. What about them people who didn't get, well, them who didn't get paid? Well, I don't know. Ain't nothing happening with them.
Some got some money.
And some didn't.
And some didn't.
Yeah, because the man called me and told me he is one of the people who is one of the vendors. They ain't get paid.
So what about the senior doctors who said national health insurance has not paid them?
All of that stops.
So the doctors can't get their money?
The man tells me ain't no more house meeting.
So if they need their money, who do they ask?
That's a good question. You got to ask the Prime Minister.
But now the Provost Marshal is now in charge.
Well, ought to be.
So the chief
Does the
of
provost,
police,
well, let's say the chief of police.
the chief of police,
Commissioner of police.
the commissioner of police.
Does the commissioner of police understand the power in that office as commissioner of police at this juncture?
At this time.
Yes.
So we don't, other than the governor general, parliament prorogue. So the commissioner of police is now heading the government underneath the governor general. Is that correct?
That should be explained to the Bahamian people. See, this is what I keep trying to get people to understand. They need to know the Constitution of this country. You had all that time. Over 2 years, I told them about that. They did a friggin' thing about it.
So the power that was invested in the prime minister is now vested in the commissioner of police right now.
The one in charge, the commissioner of police has authority.
And the commissioner write checks, Professor?
I don't think
I
so.
honestly don't know.
No, it can't happen. They write no
That may be the only chance they have to get their money.
That is if the commissioner could do it. I don't think the commissioner could do it. But see,
boy.
Bahamians, this is a serious matter.
Yeah.
And this is why I try to keep you to understand you need to know your Constitution.
Yeah.
Now, the Prime Minister only made some certain point, but he didn't tell you about the money part. He
Yeah.
didn't tell you that all the checks were signed. Nothing like that. Everything stopped.
He may have some surprises, though. Seriously, he may have actually issued,
So
so
we ain't know that.
we don't know.
We only go by what the man tell us today.
Yeah.
So I add nothing to it. I ain't taking nothing away from it.
I
But we can
understand.
ask questions.
Yeah, I understand.
But that's how that goes. Anyhow, I got to stop. This is Professor Sidney McGarter Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. They made some interesting things that happen. You never know what you may walk into on a given day. But this is an unusual day, March 27th. Make note of this day, man. March 27th, 2026. This is Professor Sidney McGarter Walter Thompson, my special guest, Brother Hyler. He's on today. And we will continue after this break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Hey, it's Jeff Fox that rocks the box. Join me every week. We always have a good time. We've got some of the biggest stars of today's R&B stopping by to say hello. And of course, the best music in the city. There's only one place to be. Hanging out with me, Jeff Fox that rocks the box on Locals 99.5 FM.
John West would like to thank you, Freeport and Nassau, for letting us put shoes on your feet. New arrivals are in now, including your favorite sandals and flats.
Up to size 12.
We are also authorized retailers of Timberland Pro safety shoes and Crocs.
John West has stretch shoes for everyone in the family. Check us out outside Freeport and behind the Walk Up Wendy's, Carmichael Road West. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at John West Shoe Company.
We look forward to putting shoes on your feet in 2020.
Are you a Bahamian college or university student with strong research in an economics, finance, or business-related topic? The Central Bank of the Bahamas invites you to enter the T. Baswell Donaldson Research Competition for a chance to win up to $20,000. Top finalists will also be selected to participate in the Summer Research Seminar organized by Central Bank. Submission deadline is April 30th, 2026. For more details, email exr@centralbankbahamas.com.
Myra Scents and Gifts, formerly Bed and Bath Concepts, is located at the Mall at Marathon. They've got gift baskets, gift sets, teddy bears, and women handbags. You'll also find the best selection of perfumes, especially the now hard to find ones, like Club de Nude for men and women, Red Door, Perry Ellis, White Diamond, and an assortment of Arabian perfumes, just to name a few. It's Myra Scents and Gifts. Friendly atmosphere, affordable prices, satisfied customers. Come on in. We're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Telephone 393-5958. Myra Scents and Gifts.
Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center has launched an online auction website. Now you can browse, cast your bid, and win amazing items like some of these winners.
I won this blender for $55 on BahamasLiquidation.com. I want this suitcase set for $100 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
And now it's your turn. Simply grab your laptop or smart device and go on to BahamasLiquidation.com. Once you reach the main webpage, click on the My Account option where you can go to register. After filling in the necessary information, hit register and you're good to go. Happy bidding! Please have your credit card on hand, as the winning bidder is responsible to pay for the winning items within 30 minutes of the auction closing. The winner must collect the items in store within 24 hours after the auction is closed. Please note that a 3.5% service charge will be added to your winning bid amount at checkout.
I won this HP laptop for $120 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
I won this magic bullet for only $35 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
Bahamas Liquidation Auction Center,
where you say hello to goodbye.
From Cable Beach to Montague, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and global89.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney McGarter Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. I'm enjoying this show today. I know sometimes some things can be very exciting, but we expect you to call in the Amy. I want to hear from those family island people, man. Y'all are too quiet out there. You need to tell us what's happening in Abaco, what's happening in Andros, what's happening in Bimini, what's happening in the Deep South, Great Inagua and Little Inagua. Bahamians, we are a chain of islands. We are one nation. That's all I want to hear from them people of Grand Bahamas. You know, the man say he buying this Exactly. Okay, 280 million they want to borrow. Stop. Now, there's no more discussion on that. Announce, bing, stop. Right in its tracks. So where do we go from there? Well, they say you got to start all over again in a new session. Caller, you're live on there. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, Professor.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you?
Okay, I'm wonderful. Good afternoon,
Brother Highland.
Hey,
Highland.
good day.
How you doing, sir?
Doing well, thank you.
Okay, great. You guys doing a wonderful job as usual.
Thank you.
Okay, this statement and a question don't have anything to do with politics at all.
Wait now, wait. Slow down now. Let me make sure I understand. What you mean has nothing to do with politics? What does that mean?
Okay, let me just.
What he's about to say.
No. I want him. See, Brother Highland. See, people use these words like that all the time, and I think for clarity, he needs to tell the audience, what do you mean when you say this statement we're about to make has nothing to do with politics? What are you saying?
It have everything to do with respect.
Respect about what?
Of all candidates.
Well, candidates involved in politics. Isn't that right?
Okay.
No, I'm just trying to understand what you're saying, because see, when people make statements like that, I keep saying to myself, well, what is the caller saying? But you explain what you mean.
Okay. You said you must respect all candidates, right?
I said you respect your leaders, elected leaders, appointed leaders. Yes.
You the prime minister every day.
Cut him off. He's talking foolishness. Cut that caller talking crap. I have never disrespected the prime minister of this country. Now, I might disagree with him. Talk no foolish in my ears. Go and listen to the tapes, man. And if you see anything there, and talk to some people who got sense, man, I have no reason to show any disrespect to Mr. Davis or his deputy or any person who sits in that cabinet. I have a right to disagree with them. You may not like the way how I express myself when I have a disagreement. Well, that's your problem. That's not being disrespectful. We have freedom to impart. See, that's why I keep saying people don't understand the Constitution. Freedom to impart ideas and opinions without interference. The man's going to tell me I disrespect the prime minister every day. What kind of crap is that? I don't like that. That's wrong. Anyhow, Mr. Alley, go ahead.
Professor, it's a delicate situation. Some people can feel that way. If you make an assessment, you or I or anybody else, if you make an assessment of what you see, you have a problem with it.
Well, what are I supposed to do?
No,
nothing. If the man says something, right? I don't add to it. I don't take away from it. What the heck you want me to do?
I understand what you mean.
Okay, go ahead.
I understand.
I think Mr. Producer is telling you got to call.
I think we have a call.
Mr. Producer, that's what you say? Okay, call you live on it. Go ahead, please.
Professor.
Yes, sir.
The issue of someone that caller saying that you disrespected the prime minister.
Say every day.
I'm calling back because I want to just say that the prime minister did call the leader of the opposition in the House.
Yes.
Petty Pendat. Last weekend, the prime minister called Mr. Pendat, the leader of the opposition, Petty Pendat, at the South Paris constituency headquarters.
Okay.
So I don't know anything about you disrespecting the prime minister.
But I wouldn't want to do that. I know this Constitution better than most people, man. I ought to know better as a citizen who understands this Constitution, left, right, and center, man. Don't talk no crap in my ears. I'm offended by that.
I don't let them accuse you. I mean, accuse you and let it get under your skin. But we need to just move on.
Yeah, just move on.
He has no right to respect our leader of the opposition.
But that is true.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he They say, do unto others as you
As
have
you
them
would
do
have
unto
them do
you.
unto you. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so have a nice day.
Between them two.
I'll leave that right there. I ain't going no further on that. Go ahead, Brother Hyler.
Professor, the way that the people's business is being handled in the Bahamas, it's a tough situation because you try to dance all around some things, Professor. But if we are in dire, I'm talking about distress, what are we to do if we are trying to say is subject to, they say, the buck stops with the leader.
Yes, it does.
Even if a subordinate, even if somebody else on the team does something or signs something,
yes,
you still looking to the leader to say what's going on over there.
Of course, yeah.
And they have to give an account.
Yes, that's correct.
To say whether or not they are going to deal with it or not. So right now, Professor, the only excitement that I have is really over the future when we find these leaders that you be talking about. Because right now, Professor, we are at a decline. I'll repeat it again.
That is true.
Now, we ain't talking about over the last 5 years,
all
over the last 10 years.
that.
Professor, the professionals are speaking out in healthcare. Professor, you realize even in the Contractors Association,
Yes.
do you realize the contractors spoke out and say how many years ago
Yes.
certain legislation came forward
Yes.
and nothing has followed?
Yeah, I heard the man say
None
that,
of the
yes.
steps
Yeah,
were
you're quite
followed.
right.
So how could you be serious about your building, your construction community if you write down, you say on certain pieces of paper, you like to say, Professor,
Yes, sir.
you write down something on a piece of paper, push that forward,
Yes.
and move on to the next thing. And the person saying, well, okay, where's your plan for this
particular
article
article,
or this particular legislation?
Yes.
And come back to the freedom of information. Professor, if you listen now, we can't get it to no colors and no sides, but a particular group did mention the freedom of information.
Yes.
One of the members of one of these parties, not the leaders seem to be running away from the freedom of information and making the people's business open and accessible to the public. We are doing business in the dark, Professor. So if people feel like you are disrespecting someone or I'm disrespecting someone, if the newspaper headline comes out,
yes,
and if a leader in a particular sector says we are in the dark,
well, that's what the man say.
What are we supposed to do with that?
I
Professor?
can't know that. That's what the man
They
said.
say they're in the dark.
But that's what he said. So I have to accept what he say.
When in that particular case, the law says that you will consult the leaders in this.
Yes.
In this, the law.
The law. The law that was passed.
The law that was passed. We could get into the details.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The Electricity
the details are right there.
Act
2024.
2024
yes,
says that when you embark upon this energy campaign, you will consult the stakeholders.
Ain't consult none.
You will inform them of what it is you're doing.
Yes.
And you will publish. You will publish.
The details are supposed to be published.
And that's written in the law, Professor.
And before you even make a final decision, there are certain things that have to be done.
And it's written.
But the man put out a whole trail load of things and say, well,
this is how it's going to be.
This is how it can be. I mean, what is that?
And you'll find out later. So, see, Professor, and you already know, I'm saying this for the general public.
No, you have to let the public know.
When we handle our business in this manner, the international community is watching.
They certainly are.
The financial, and let me be specific with it, the financial community is watching. The investment community worldwide is watching how we conduct our business.
Yes.
And they have determined this is no place to do business. We got to cut straight to it, Professor.
That's very serious.
I think at least 2 or 3 times over this same term in office. I'm not pointing at no particular party on.
Okay.
So don't come for me. Don't pack your bags and come my way. Professor, one of the financial leaders reminded the Bahamian public, we are considered junk status.
Yes, he did.
The Bahamas is in junk territory, and we are not attracting high levels of investment money.
That's what he said. Yeah.
He said we're in junk status. So whether it's Moody's, whether it's Standard and Poor's,
Yes.
or whether it's Fitch, these are three very important organizations.
Yes.
The investment world, all banks
Yes.
follow their guidance.
But you got to listen to them.
Because they are professionals.
Yes, they are.
And by contrast, Professor, we in the Bahamas do not appear to be listening to our financial leaders. It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
The proof is in the pudding. This is what we've been experiencing.
I believe my producer is saying we have a caller. Caller, you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good afternoon, Professor. I'm
Hey,
calling
what's
from
happening?
Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Hey, good day,
thank
Grand
you.
Bahama.
Thank you very much, Grand Bahama.
And my concern is the government wants to borrow $30 million power.
Yes.
For me, from Dorit, I've been paying every month and the power bill, recovery check.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right? And if you're gonna go out and buy something for $280 million, I would think the government had people in that facility audit every night move inside that place to make sure we are getting value for our money.
Okay, I accept.
Understood. Yeah.
You weren't telling people the behemoth terms of the agreement. But it doesn't mean that people also get caught in the same bill. The all payment. Don't care which one, you got to pay.
Yes.
Then the people for the weight, the payment, and how many years the behemoth are burdened with this bill.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. You have about.
I think it's wrong. Like what they're doing, because I can tell you, in 20s in Dorian, I worked for one utility company, and we had people come in to assist us, and they do a bunch of crop.
Okay.
We paid them. They went back to where they origin, where they came from. And we had to go back and do the same work what we paid them for. So it's high time you keep telling us organize, but behind we're not organizing.
No, we're not. That's the problem. And Carly, you hit the nail right on the
Okay.
head, man.
And you've been doing an excellent job trying to get us to organize ourselves, understand the solution and things we can do. Don't wait till it happens to do it.
I really appreciate your comment.
So now today, the Prime Minister for Parliament. So what, you know what I mean? He's not going to answer any more questions.
But he doesn't
because
have
he has
to.
asked questions to tell us, did he do an audit of GB Power?
But
so he could be buying a pig in the bag.
A bag full of holes.
You know? Because America say now, look, you want to give me $200 million? I want $500 million. Then you can go back to the Bahamian Treasury and look for this money.
Oh boy.
You know?
Yes,
And he had acre where he could regulate GB Power and the government is spending a nickel.
I agree with you. The
We cannot
authority is
be
there.
gambling with Bahamian money. He got the power. He had a rule and the other day. They tell him the government in charge.
But they told
So go to the court, tell the court, deal with the situation with acre.
Paula, you are 100% correct.
And regulate.
Right.
But listening to you and your guests, y'all doing an excellent job.
Well, thank you, Carla. We need your
But we just
support.
need to make sure all these fellas feet to the fire.
Yes.
It ain't their money. It's all Bahamian
Our
money.
Yeah, you're right, Carla. Carla,
You just borrowing. So if he had nothing to hide, he would go back to Parliament and answer those questions. He's not prepared to answer those questions.
You ain't got no answers now because everything's.
No, he ain't got answer because the teachers them ain't get what they was supposed to get. They ain't get no answer. And I can tell you, Grand Bahama, Royal Memorial Hospital, I don't carry my dog in there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's that bad.
Wow.
That's bad. You know, we hear Grand Bahamian saying that.
Wow.
It's that bad. Don't carry it down around. Say it's bad.
Wow.
But I had a friend, he had to be flown out of here in the U.S. right now. And if he didn't get there in time, he'd have been gone.
He'd have been gone.
Wow.
It's sad.
So
Very sad.
these issues we have to face, like the Professor always said. Bahamians get up off a backside and do something to save your country.
Yes.
But we fail to do that.
Yes, they failed to do it.
Right.
No.
They failed to do it.
And the kind of education you give us, we're supposed to be well on the way. We're supposed to stop them dead in the track.
But we can't.
Bahamians, we don't organize ourselves. You keep telling us, but if we don't,
and
this election is crucial to this Bahamas.
Oh, very crucial.
If this one go,
boy,
we forget it.
You could forget it. Yes, you can.
We got to be saluting other nation civilians in this country. We are the yes. Could we do this? They say no. Then we lock. It shouldn't be that way. You've been preaching that and continue to do the work you're doing. And Bahamian appreciate both of you.
I really appreciate. Don't go away. I want you to give it to me. I got to ask your permission.
Yes.
If you could give your name and contact to my producer, he'll take it
Yes,
down.
no problem. I can help
Mr.
that.
Producer, get it down, and he's from Freeport. I want to call him, man. This man got sense, man.
That's such a strong statement.
Why can't I get 150,000 like him, man? We'll be able to turn this place right side up.
Professor, I think I think the next hospital in the Bahamas need to be built in Grand Bahama.
What kind of hospital they supposed to be building down there?
Well, Professor, right now,
because the kind of thing, what I understand, I didn't hear Mr. Dowell say it specifically, but my understanding is this is supposed to be a maternity ward.
maternity,
down there.
Women and children. So
what about the men and the boys?
Well,
what happened to them? They get left.
Professor, we don't know what time it is with the men and the boys from Father's Day.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's crabs on the roadside for the men.
For the men, okay.
It's been that way for a long time.
Oh, boy.
We definitely got to take care of women, but seriously, we also have to take care of men. We have issues, prostate issues, kidney issues.
Yeah.
We have some very serious issues, health issues.
Yeah.
The cancer seems to be impacting our women even more so
I've noticed that,
than our men.
Yeah.
So we need to get into more screening. Other than screening, we need more knowledge to go out on these matters.
Yes.
So we just have a lot of work to do. So it hurts me to say it, but we have to report things the way they are, Professor.
Yes.
What area are we improving or at an incline in the Bahamas?
Yes.
Even as I say that, Professor, we shouldn't have financial issues because our financial sector is, even though they're not listened to very often, Professor, we've reported on the show that our financial sector, when it comes to the international compliance and international protocol, we have scored 40 out of 40.
Yes.
Or 100%.
Yes.
So our banking, insurance, everything related to finance, fiduciary duties, we have the knowledge, we have the ability.
Yes.
But is our government, and I'm not talking about this administration, y'all don't misunderstand me, is the government, regardless of what color, what party affiliation, is the government listening, heeding, and following the advice of our financial experts?
That's a good question.
Well, Professor, if the financial sector getting 100% and the government is getting a 39%, that's the answer right there, right?
Yeah.
Our government, according to the international community, we are scoring 39%, our government, on its handling of public-private partnerships. Things like this Grand Bahama Power deal, things like the BPL deal, are great. I have to say it over and over until people get it. You don't go and celebrate, regardless of who your party is or what color they're wearing. You don't celebrate a 39.
No.
That's like your child coming home with a 30 or 35. And you, ooh, let me go buy a new pair of tennis.
No,
let's go buy a new game. Professor.
They get one whip for it. That's what they can get. Teach him some sense. My man never would give me any benefit.
Oh my
for
goodness.
something like that. You think I could bring that in? The standard got to be high.
And we are capable.
We are more than
We
capable.
are more than capable.
More than capable.
When I think Grand Bahamas gave us the young man, what's his name? Roman Lam.
Yes.
Piloting, navigating the largest cruise ship on the planet.
Wow.
A young Grand Bahamian.
That in itself should call for celebration.
We need to be celebrating that.
That's the kind of thing we need. And we keep burying it. Bahamians, you got to
Yeah.
wake up quickly, man.
Professor,
Please.
on the track and field. Miss Devon Charlton.
Yes, Devon
I get
Charlton,
scared.
yes.
She's running so fast, I get scared.
Yes.
When she was running, I think she was singing that song, I Believe I Could Fly.
She's
This
flying.
young lady, she was flying.
Yes.
And just in case they thought the first one was a mistake, she equaled her last performance.
Yes.
World record.
Wow.
Fastest young woman in the world.
Wow.
And then in the two, you know, we also have Shawnee Miller, Weibo.
Weibo, yeah.
It's like people get slower when they get older. These
Yes.
women getting faster.
Faster, yes. Yes.
We celebrated the Golden Girls. Now, Professor,
Golden, yeah.
people can say I'm getting political with this. I hope the Golden Girls I think they got some, at least one or two of them got some property.
Yes,
Because they're
yes.
supposed to get their property, their house, whatever the case is.
All of them supposed to get something because they are part of the team.
Okay then.
Every one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look at how we are not honoring, or it takes so long.
Too long. Too long. They should have been honored long time ago.
Long time.
Long time ago.
But I might
yeah.
still put you in that same category, Professor.
That is correct.
I think if it was last year or year, they had a long list of persons they were honoring for distinguished service.
Yes.
They honor you, Professor?
No. I'm on the list.
They call you?
No, they ain't called me for nothing. The point is, I believe that we have got to get serious about honoring in this country.
Definitely.
We got to get
Definitely.
serious about giving honors to people who qualify.
Definitely.
Like you say the pilot.
Yes, actually,
Come on.
the cruise ship, because you call, when you pilot in that type of vessel, they call them pilots too, but not an aircraft.
Not
But see,
aircraft.
the cruise ship.
That should have been cause for celebration. The whole nation should have known about that.
Definitely.
I know I heard something like that before.
I watched the story. I think I watched it on social media or so.
But that need to be highlighted
Man,
among the Bahamian people.
Man, you're right. It need to be highlighted. I felt such a sense of pride just watching it,
Just watching
and
it.
to see that vessel come into the harbor, and his family was on the shore.
Yes,
Man, words can't express what they must have been feeling.
exactly.
He could, man. And then we have what is LJM Academy.
LJM Academy.
We have a maritime academy
Yes.
training persons to take on careers
Correct. Yes, that's correct.
at sea.
At sea, yes, that's correct.
You know, whether it's navigation or whether it's engineering, different parts of. So we have the capability, Professor.
Yeah, we do have the
But
capability.
boy, we have some. What the older people used to say, hard head bird don't make good soup.
No, it doesn't. And that has to do with the leadership of the country.
We're not
People
listening.
who have been given, this is what I keep saying to the Bahamian people all the time. You give these people power and authority.
Mm-hmm.
You don't monitor them at all. You let them do all kind of crap on you. Then you,
Professor, go ahead,
yeah,
Professor.
yeah.
Mhm.
But then they start grumbling and complain. I say, but you can do something about it. You don't have to keep grumbling and complaining.
Mhm.
Why? 53 years of that crap? Come on, man. We could do better than that. We have got people with the ability, like you talk about the young man
Definitely.
with this big ship.
Mhm.
That ain't no small feat. Come
Mhm.
on, Bahamians. That's something
Mhm.
ought to be celebrated.
Definitely.
All those records, all those outstanding
Mhm.
records to give the Bahamian sons and daughters something to push for. You can't just mention it once and put it on the shelf. Come
Right,
on, man.
Right, right. Do you know,
That's a
Professor,
mistake we keep making all the time.
one of the headlines right now, Professor, one of the headlines today, Dr. Dwayne Sands is saying that the F&M would drop the new hospital plan. Now, I'm not trying to be political with this. This is an example of what we're talking about.
Okay.
The doctors, as a union, the senior doctors advised that all we needed to do was to upgrade the present facility.
But that's what I understand. Yes.
Okay? The nurses also agree. The nurses are saying we need to focus on the Bahamian talent.
Yes.
But the government's not listening. I mean, I don't want to get into the details of like, well, how come Dr. Sands didn't move in this direction in the last term? No, they had a plan in place, and I think they had financing also, is what they're saying. They're saying they had, Dr. Minnis had funds already available. But I don't want to get into the back and forth, Professor, because that tied in out even the Bahamian public.
It does. And that's why when people are elected to perform,
Yeah.
stop wasting time and get it done within the 5-year limit that is allotted to you.
Right.
Don't talk about leaving any friggin' thing on any table for anybody coming after you to do it. Do it within the 5-year plan. See here now, we got 6 more months.
6 months, if that.
Before an election.
6 months.
But then
if-
the man say he won't call it an election. So you got less than 5 years. You see what I'm trying to tell you?
Right.
So these are the kind of disadvantages we have as citizens in this country. And I tried to explain to someone today that if we knew a set time to do elections, how much better it would be.
Boy, Professor, I'll try not to say this, but Professor, the 2 points that you made, Brother Alfred says, is calling for a fixed election. But what did he do within the 4.5 years?
Exactly.
Look when he's saying it.
When he's out the door. You see, that doesn't make any sense.
Alfred said he's in the newspaper saying
that.
we should have a fixed date for election.
When he was right there to deal with it.
He's right there to say it on the floor and to tell the leader, Mr. Leader, let's do it.
We can't fix nothing now because the house is dissolved. No, not dissolved. Sorry.
Well, it's prorogued.
It's prorogued.
So they don't have no business
They have no more business to do.
But now he's saying it. Now he have the revelation of what should happen.
No, we can't offer that. See, babe, anyhow, let me just leave that until I come back. Because I have to say something about that, because this don't make any sense, man. Bahamians got to wake up, man. We are suffering over and over and over and over again. This is what happens when you give a particular political party or any political party, when you check from 68 all the way down to 2026, where they get this massive landslide of seats. And still we can't see no benefit for it. But somebody know when to open their mouth, when they're on the doorstep or getting on the way out, then they say, oh, we need 6 days for election. Come on, give me a break, man. Anyhow, let me stop. This is Professor Sidney McGarter Thompson on the Global Radio Network, 99.5 FM. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Wake up every weekday on 99.5 FM.
This is Steve Harvey, your main man.
With a Steve Harvey Morning Show.
I ain't got no time. Things on my mind. First started singing the blues. When I was around 8, I got the kitty blues.
When I was around 8.
Yeah,
All right.
My daddy loved the blues. Now I was the most depressed 9-year-old at the school.
The blues are everything. I love the blues.
Yeah.
Weekday morning from 6 to 10. Let's go. Over here on
99.5 FM. I'm out.
Whether it's a special anniversary or your next big getaway, we are the best choice. We carry the quality you deserve when you're looking for handbags, shoes, belts, small leather goods, backpacks, or luggage. Experience quality you can feel with Land, Rioni, Kipling, Guest, Travelite, and more. Visit us at any of our 3 locations: Brass and Leather at the Mall at Marathon and downtown on Charlotte Street, and the Luggage Store on East Avenue in Centerville. Shop with us today. You will not regret it.
Stay current, stay compliant with NIB. For a limited time only, registered employers and self-employed persons can receive up to 75% off accumulated interest on their contribution arrears through NIB's Interest Arrears Waiver Program, available now until March 31st, 2026. If your business is behind, visit your nearest NIB office or contact your inspector today. NIB, supporting businesses, securing the fund. Act now, comply today, grow tomorrow.
Do you have video games and consoles for sale? What about lawn and garden tools, silver or gold? At Cash Whiz, they'll give you top dollar for them right now. Absolutely nobody puts money in your pockets quicker. So why be broke? If you need money right now, check out Cash Whiz downtown Bay Street and get cash on the spot. You can also save 70% on in-store purchases, tools, electronics, watches, and jewelry. All at unbelievable prices. Cash Whiz, telephone 322-2456. Get money in your pocket now.
Bahamian feel-good food in the right atmosphere. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whichever you choose. It's the Cricket Club Restaurant at Haynes Point, West Bay Street. The food is off the chain. Bahamian breakfast. We talking stew cow, stew fish, and sheeptown sauce. And for lunch, crab soup, okra soup, and peas soup and dumpling. Man! And for dinner, they got mahi seafood platter or steak and shrimp. Only $28.95 per person. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Cricket Club Restaurant. Call 326-4720 for reservations. Oh, and don't forget, there's a live band, The Magic Touch, every Friday night. See
From
you
East
there.
Street to Blue Hill Road, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. My producer tells me I'm on the last leg of this show, and I thought I was just starting. I wish I had more time, but we just got about 24 minutes. And Bahamians, you got to move quickly now. If you're going to call quickly. I like that call from Grand Bahama. I think Mr. Producer has his name and contact. I'm not going to say it publicly, but I'll touch base with that particular person. Bahamians, we got to move quickly to save this country. If we don't do anything, we're going to lose it. I might as well tell you the way it is, okay? I will do my best to help you to choose wisely, using the Constitution of this country and the Holy Bible. That's what I'm standing on. We have some people in this country with institutional knowledge, which can lend good credence to the life of the Bahamian people. Unfortunately, with much of that, it dies with them. That's no use to us, Bahamians. None whatsoever. We've had people with great understanding. But they carry it to the grave with them. They ain't leave it here. Say, let me leave this for the Bahamian people so they can work with this. Okay? I wish I could get 150,000 Bahamians like that last caller from Grand Bahama, man. We're turning this place right side up.
Mm-hmm.
And no government would be able to mislead and deceive you. Tell the government, stop your crap.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't want to do it. I told them over 2 years ago, I gave them an example of what they could do. And not one single constituency ever said, Professor, here are these righteous people we could work with. Here is the issue, which is a major constituency issue we could deal with. I can't do it by myself. And I won't even try to do that because the Constitution says, Professor, you can't do it that way. You have to do it according to law. And everything I said was in accordance with law. I think my producer has that tape ready. Mr. Caller, okay, all right.
Yeah, you
caller, you live on air. Go quickly, please.
A very pleasant good evening to you and your guest, Professor.
Hey, Dr.
Hi.
B, what you say, man?
Hey, good day.
Yes. I want to join in with the country at large
Yes.
to thank Minister Alfred Sayers, for his service to the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. But as he served, I believe, in my view, he stayed a little bit too long.
Let me just ask you a question, caller. What kind of significant service he gave the Bahamian people?
Well, I want to get to that.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Mr. Sayers is one minister I was never fan of. He gonna wait to give his farewell speech with all the solutions when he knows the House is about to prorogue. I don't share Mr. Sayers' liberal views because it's obvious he is very liberal.
Okay.
And why he is this strange agenda, Proverbs 5, 6, and 7. I'm very much concerned. Why not push Proverbs 31 and 10?
Proverbs 31 and 10. Okay, all right.
He, for me, God, in the House of Assembly, that was his agenda about this strange group of liberals that he's protecting. What about the man, the single man, the man that is out here who is being attacked by this strange woman in Proverbs 5, 6, and 7?
Yeah, you're right. Right.
I don't understand for the life of me this liberal force and these group of liberals who now being ratified to run. I call upon all men under the song of my voice. Open up your eyes. Listen to what Mr. Sayers said. Read from that. Read Proverbs 5, 6, and 7. And you can see who is this group of feminists or liberals who have issues with God and the Constitution of the Holy Bible. Mr. Sayers, I wish he had leave long time. Liberal, we will not miss him. He have enough money now. He can live off. I will not miss him.
Yes, sir. Okay,
Well,
so thank you, Colin, for your contribution.
Mr. Sayers, thanks for your service.
But I can't thank any man for any service if he didn't do nothing to help the Bahamian people. That's why I asked him specifically what, but he maybe forgot to answer the question.
Professor?
What did, hold on.
I don't know.
Hold on. See, I have to look at the record of the man. The man was a minister in, well, he still is a minister, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Okay, he's still a minister. Okay, plus he's still he still is an MP for Charlotte.
Yeah,
Okay, fine. I'm saying, let us look at the record. What the heck has he done for the people of Port Charlotte? That's point number one. Point number two, what did he do as the minister in the cabinet? Was he minister of immigration or still is minister for immigration and citizenship? Okay, what has he done? What is his track record? See, these are the things Bahamians need to look at. I just no hear no farewell speech. We could now, you have some ideas in your head now about fixed date for elections. Come on, give me a break, man. When you have the opportunity to do it, we have a call, Mr. Producer. I have another tape. Let me just explain this, and then I'm going to move quickly. The point is that Mr. Alfred says, I can't thank nobody for no service if I ain't see hardcore evidence you've done something to help the Bahamian people. What has he done for them people in Port Charlotte? What has he done in the ministry? He's been there long, you know. Been there long. What has he done at the national level to help people in citizenship and in immigration?
And he has been sort of quiet, just briefly, Professor, because we're moving swiftly to wind up. Imagine that his portfolio is one that the Bahamian citizens are most concerned about.
They are. They certainly are.
So how vocal was he? That's all I can say. I can't say no more than that. It's the same thing you say.
Yeah, I understand that. He might not have been vocal. But let's look at his track record. What benefits do the nation get as a result of him being Minister for Immigration and Minister for Citizenship? What are the benefits? What benefits have we got? That's what you need to look at. I don't see anything. All I see is a bunch of strangers in my area, all over Centerville, and speaking this funny language. I'm not accustomed to that crap. You got all kind of people in here. I mean, I went to National Insurance the other day. Was it yesterday? Maybe yesterday or the day before. All I had is funny language around my place. And we got people speaking English dealing with them. Come on, man. Where the heck are we going with this foolishness? We have to be careful who we have in this country, man. Come on.
And the system. Both parties, if you want to look at party, Professor, what did we say earlier? When somebody, I'm thinking about a young Mr. Branville McCartney.
Yes.
Professor, when he was in the same position,
right,
and the same seat, basically,
right,
not constituency, but you understand,
but I understand.
portfolio.
Portfolio, yeah.
Professor, when he stepped forward to do what he believed needed to be done.
Yeah.
He was limited, or you could say stopped, or sat down.
Yeah.
His hands were tied.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That practice continues, Professor.
Okay. I got to get the clip because I know he's waiting. Yes.
Is it
Okay.
ready?
Mr. Brewster, go ahead, please.
This morning, the House is prorogued. He has in his mind ringing the bell soon. So when you hear the 8th of April, it is telling you something. I'm saying just pay attention to the numbers. It's telling you something. And I'm asking everybody, please go out, get registered. If you need to transfer, please transfer because time is not as long as it was. Once a session of Parliament ends, the Governor General recalls the Parliament. So you can start, because what prorogation does is it cancels all the business that's on the order paper right now. That dies. So anything that hasn't been received the assent of the Governor General dies, and you have to start over.
Dies. You heard what the word expression that the minister for?
Strong word.
Very strong word.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say it dies. Okay. Now, so what happened to all them plans for the powerhouse? They die. That's what the man tells me. Okay. So the thing is that these are the kind of things Bahamians need to keep watching, man. And then all the fluff and the puff they had about this thing, that thing, the next thing happening all over the Bahamas. And they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing the next thing. Bing and stop. It's one of those things, man.
Professor, let me see if I stir it already.
Yeah.
And the revolution is based on honesty, integrity, good governance. That's when I say the revolution has begun. I haven't said it in a while, but I just say it quickly, Professor. Do you know that down in the Turks and Caicos Islands, you realize they arrested and convicted a former premier or former leader of the country?
Yes.
Because he went against the law. He broke the law.
Yes.
And he was found guilty.
Okay.
So my mind goes to basically Cain and Abel.
Yes.
Two brothers were down in the Turks and Caicos Islands. And just briefly, Professor, one brother served, but the other brother was found to be different.
Yes.
One was found to be doing good in the eyes of the law and the courts, and the other one was seen to be doing bad. And what I'm saying is, the things that we want to see, Professor, in a way I feel badly because we don't have it here, but I do have hope because it is possible if the Bahamians wake up and start hearing what you're saying, with organizing themselves, rejecting what is put forward in their name, and stop covering up things.
Yes.
Because this process, Professor, Mr. Michael Missick was the leader of a country and found the wrongdoing.
Right.
I don't know if we ever can see that in the Bahamas.
Why not?
I don't know if we can see it. Under
What
this,
is-
Professor,
what
the older generation like to cover up things.
What is the commissioner there for? With all the independence of that office.
Well, you know what they say, serving at the pleasure of the prime minister. You don't lock up your boss.
What you mean serving at the pleasure of the prime minister?
That's what
The
they say.
office, that's what they say. What does the Constitution say? The commissioner has independent. That's an independent office.
But
the commissioner may have to have cause to lock up the prime minister. Then what? You just let him go scot-free? You won't let me go scot-free? They'll come and arrest me. Anyone caught in wrongdoing, the commissioner has the authority to bring them under control. So you can't just make bone of one and flesh of the other.
That reminds me of a statement. The president of FOAM, Miss Candy Gibson, says she hopes, very unfortunate situation, as you know, Professor,
Yes.
a murder took place, and we already have a charge, swift justice. Miss Candy Gibson is saying she hopes that cases of Bahamians who are dealt with swiftly, just how this one was dealt with swiftly.
This one leapfrog over many that were just in the waiting pen.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Mm.
And the point is, I don't see where the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security had anything to do with this. That's why you have a commissioner.
Yeah.
And then you had some strangers, some foreigners, some aliens, some outsiders getting into our affairs, which they ought not to.
Mm.
And then, of course, the government just jumps. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Then you court. Look at the court now. Got the fella before the court, charged and got him locked up in a cell. I mean, what kind of crap is this?
Yeah.
See, these are the injustices we have in our country which need to be fixed, Bahamians.
Professor, it makes me feel like our life is not worth the same thing.
But it have to make you feel that way. But here's a stranger in our land, right? Unfortunately, he was...
Unfortunately.
Yeah, but his life was taken. I'll just put
Yes,
it like that.
yes.
The point is, we do not see that kind of movement. The Prime Minister getting involved, the Minister of National Security getting involved in the multiple murders you see happening in this country to Bahamian citizens. So how come you all mix up in this one? What you doing there? And then a stranger says about the government did what was good. The government is trying people, I thought that's for the court.
The courts.
But then they say the government. That's what the man tell me.
Separate arm of the government.
But the man say that.
Say this was good.
Yes.
So why they don't call it bad when something happened to a young Bahamian man out there in the streets that is questionable?
Exactly.
All these CCTV and we can never see nothing.
They ain't see nothing.
The more we see, we don't see.
We don't see it at all. I think Mr. Bruce has the clip, right? Mr. Bruce, you want to play this next clip? Okay, go ahead.
To 9 p.m. in the evenings, and it might be extended a bit more to accommodate. We're working on that right now. So we invite all Bahamians who have not yet registered to come and register. If you need to transfer, come and transfer as quickly as possible. Expanding the teams we have with them. But we understand there is a challenge. Sometimes they come in bus loads, so it will take some time. So we asked, we're going to extend it hours soon.
They're extending
Extending
the time,
it.
Professor.
I think I lost the loss. Mr. Producer, I have not been able to hear.
Okay.
So I made an adjustment right here on my
headphones.
Headphones. Yeah, I just lost what. Yeah, I'm not hearing it through my earphones. I don't know if I lost power or anything like that, but I'm not able to hear what we're saying. But you could play it again.
To 9 p.m. in the evenings, and it might be extended a bit more to accommodate. We're working on that right now. So we invite all Bahamians who have not yet registered to come and register. If you need to transfer, come and transfer as quickly as possible. Expanding the teams we have with them. But we understand there is a challenge. Sometimes they come in bus loads, so it will take some time. So we ask the public.
Okay, all right. I heard that. Mr. Producer. Okay, so this, he said April the 8th. April 8th that's next Monday. That's right, around the corner, right?
Yeah, very close.
Okay, all right, okay. So
very close.
I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure to get all these people registered because, Bahamians like to wait for the last minute. And the question always is, because we got problems with the utilities in this country, Bahamians. Utility companies have their big 2 dirty feet on the necks of small businesses in this country. I don't like it. And this crap been going on for too long, man. Now, I'm not saying the parliamentary commissioner doesn't want to do his job, but he's under the gun now because you're going to have a lot of people trying to
it can be
get
some
in.
long lines.
And he did mention that, And so I hope the best for him.
Yeah.
Now, how they can handle it, whether they have the manpower, the machinery, all that sort of thing.
Right.
But you should never have to put civil servants under intense pressure. They should be allowed sufficient time to do their job properly. But then, of course, the government is over them, so they have to make a determination.
Right.
And that's the situation. Okay, go ahead, brother.
Well, we winding up the show. I might as well
Yeah.
make this announcement now then, Professor.
Yeah, go ahead.
I am running, but I'm running away from Parliament.
You're something else.
Professor.
You're running away from Parliament?
Professor, they running for office. I'm running from office.
You're running from office, okay.
Fools rush in where angels
Angels
fed and fed.
Yeah, well, you're right about
Professor, if I see wrongdoing is going on,
Yes.
I can join up in that.
No, you shouldn't join up in that.
No, you got to wait on a team or persons who are willing to serve with integrity, with honesty, as righteous as you could be. No secrets.
No secrets, yes.
Nothing under the table.
Yes.
No, man. So that's the future.
I'm going to add to what Mr. Hyla is saying. Now, we know a lot of people running the election. Bahamians, if you don't understand some things, then of course, don't forget, I have my email. I got to put that out right now. The State of the Nation 242@gmail.com. The State of the Nation 242@gmail.com. Bahamians, we're going to need your support, man, because we cannot do it without your strong financial support. There's some things we have to do quickly. And we need your support to make it happen, Bahamians. So I appreciate those who listen to the show, fine. But now you got to do more than just listen to the show. You got to take action, Bahamians. Otherwise, we may not have a country after this general election. You're not going to like the results if you make bad decisions. I was going to use another way, but to stop. I caught it out. But the business, we need to have, as God tells us in his word, righteous people will cause us to be happy. Do you understand the seriousness of that? You have some lousy candidates running in this election. But you have to look carefully, Bahamians. And constituents may have to understand, look, man, we got to find someone who's righteous and send that one to Parliament. Bahamians, we can do that. That's constitutionally sound. We don't have to accept any of those unrighteous or personalities who are not fit to be a representative in our assembly. Monday, I think Monday is Constitution Day. I'm going to be on Monday, and I can talk about the Constitution on Monday. Because I got to help you fellas, man. I don't like what I'm saying. Now, if you don't know how to organize, please call Professor Sidney Walter Thompson. 325-8678. That number is on now. And, it's in an awkward position, but I still got to wait with it. And the other one, well, that's still off. I know what BTC doing to me. But Bahamians, we've got to get this thing right, man. Otherwise, we don't have a country. I'm frightened. I'm scared because I need the Bahamian people to this thing seriously. See all that's going on around here? The man done say prorogue the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well then that's fine. And what he did was in accordance with the Constitution. But then I asked the question, what about that section with the Constitution? No man, woman, or child shall ever have their lives frustrated. I am being frustrated, Bahamians, more than any other time in history since we became a independent nation. Right now, let's speak to you. I'm getting all kind of frustration. That's unconstitutional. You got to stop the foolishness, man. This is Professor Sidney out of Walter Thompson. Let me stop. As my producer said, I need to get out of the way. This is Professor Sidney McGarter Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. Don't forget Monday now. Monday's Constitution Day. I can be talking about the Constitution on Monday. And I can give you all some strong meat on Monday. So don't forget now, Bahamians. Please support the show. Write me an email, the State of the Nation 242@gmail.com. We need all the support we can get because we've got to get some things done. Thank you very much for listening and have a pleasant afternoon. Pray for the nation. Don't forget that. This is Professor Sidney McGarter Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of this radio station.